These are the voyages of the One-to-One enterprise. Its mission? To provide a world-class networking service, to seek out brave new challenges, to boldly go where no network operator has gone before. Captain's log, stardate 12-9-94.9, Scotty reporting. The One-to-One enterprise is on course for market leadership, but we're encountering local turbulence whenever we enter off-peak periods. Congestion here can mean storms of protest. Our customers are telling us what they want. The question is, are we listening? And if we are, what are we doing about it? So, Mr. Riddle, are we listening?
Yes, we are listening. All our sensors indicate to us that we have congestion in the network.
What are we doing about it?
Within the NMC, there's very little we can do. If a cell stops, all we can do is really restart it. The problem is really lack of capacity within the network, and that's down to engineering.
Thank you. Captain's log, supplementary. Our quest is taking us through many areas of the enterprise. Behind the bridge sits a whole team of people in technical support. Hi Dave, I understand you're one of the backroom boys. What do you do when you get a call from customers complaining about congestion in the network?
Basically, we need to try and identify where the congestion's occurring, whether it's actually a problem with the cell, whether it's a problem within the network, or whether it's actually a fault on the network. Say, for example, we look at this graph here. This shows a link through to British Telecom. We can see the lines across the top are actually showing the capacity. As you can see, this is gradually creeping up. 7 p.m. is just a big peak. If that actually went over the top, you could start losing traffic. The other things we can do is look at cell problems, basically to see whether there's any congestion there, any faults there. But if that all fails, then I'm afraid it's back to engineering to give us some more capacity.
Level.
Engineering. One-to-One is boldly going where no one has gone before. And it's engineering that designs the network of the future. Des, I've just been to the Network Management Centre at Sunbury, and they tell me that sometimes the network runs at full capacity and we still get congestion. She just can't take it. Do we need some more dilithium crystals?
Well, I don't know whether dilithium crystal is what we need, Doug, but we could certainly do with some more frequencies. We have applied to the government for more frequencies. This would allow us to start deploying extra channels as soon as they become available, hopefully this month. Beyond that, we have plans to add the enhanced features of our network, which will again add more capacity. That's expected in the summer next year.
As you know, Doug, we design and dimension the network, not just for the daytime traffic levels, but for the 7 p.m. Free local calls peak. It's our intention that no customers are affected by congestion in the network, even at 7 p.m. We don't discriminate against customers, even though their calls are free. You might like to see this graph, which actually shows traffic and call volumes over a 24-hour period. We can see when the free local calls period kicks in, a nice little spike. Most people only think it's a problem at 7 p.m. It's actually not. It's actually over the 3-hour period. A noticeable dip during EastEnders, but our design target is to meet that peak.
And what's your role in meeting that target to deal with that peak?
Well, we make sure that all the equipment is there, is ordered, is deployed and configured together to meet that demand. That's at the switches in these sites, Sunbury and Radley, and at the cell level. I can show you. We actually monitor the call volumes on each cell and call off or request frequencies from DES for each of these cells, which actually requires additional capacity. If DES has that capacity, has a frequency, we then raise a work order on Roger Reynolds' team to go and deploy that equipment out on the actual cell site.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Doug.
Scotty to transporter room.
Transporter room. Beam me up, Roger.
Welcome aboard, Doug.
Hi, Roger. Roger, I've just come from engineering, where they've been telling me how they're planning to improve the network.
Well, they don't actually deal with planning the activity in the network. What they do is design the growth of the network so that we can actually implement it in a sensible way. We've got quite a lot of work going on associated with that. We have in this building here Starfleet Command, where they look at all the work orders that are pulled in together. They plan and design everything that's got to go on associated with growth in the network. They then raise work orders to the people in the field to actually deliver equipment, to install the equipment, and then to actually hand it over and put it into service with the Network Management Centre. We try and plan on just 4 weeks from the people in engineering raising the request and us actually finishing off with a transceiver installed and working in the network. Things that can affect that are switch capacity, transmission link capacity and things like that. And it takes quite a bit of time to order equipment from manufacturers and actually deliver it to the network so that we can actually then expand in the areas where we're seeing congestion. We've done some amazing things recently, like we just put the 7 Cities programme into effect in 9 months, and that's probably the fastest that anybody's ever done that in the world. So it was a big effort combined from engineering, implementation and operations.
Right, well thanks very much, Roger.
Cheers.
Beam me back up to the...
Okay.
Captain's log, supplementary. One-to-one is not only listening to customers, but responding with the capacity to handle even the busiest time. Already, congestion's easing. The next question is, how are we to fill that capacity during the day?
Steady as she goes.